Now, so 2026 is here with us. So before the year starts, there are some of the mistakes that I want us to avoid so that we don't repeat some of this mistake when we reach, that is next year. That is just a few months from now. Now, so in this video, I'll talk about 10 of the mistakes that can hold you back and what you should do instead of letting them to repeat themselves. So some of the mistakes that you happen to make in this year 2025 are: the first mistake is not setting clear goals. So not setting clear goals, it simply means that you did not have an idea of what you wish to start clearly. Maybe you had several things that you needed to start. One, maybe you needed to start a small business. Then second one, you needed to save maybe 10,000 shillings. Or another one, you needed to build your mom or your parent a house. So with all these several goals, all of them at the same time, you might not be able to achieve them. So the first thing that you need to do, you need to set a clear goal. Deal with each goal one step at a time. Don't bring all these goals together. Then you want to set a similar timeline for them. I want to assure you it will not work. So the second mistake is that is all about procrastinating, meaning that you spend most of the time in 2025 scrolling your phone, which I don't say that scrolling the phone is bad, but when it is done on the correct way, meaning that you should always regulate the amount of time that you use in scrolling our phone, because social media always takes a lot of our time. So you don't need to repeat this in 2026. You don't need to repeat the same mistake whereby you take your time, you scroll your phone until you end up not doing what you're supposed to do. The third mistake is ignoring your health. Let me tell you, health is the most important thing. And the moment you ignore it, it seems that you're not going to achieve anything. You need to take care of ourselves. Get to the gym, do some push-ups, maintain our body until when it reaches a certain year out there, at the end of the year, we'll always appreciate ourselves. So taking care of ourselves means that even if you're taking alcohol, you should regulate the amount of alcohol that you take. So that is something that we need to remind ourselves as we get to 2026, that we should always maintain our health. So we should avoid neglecting our health no matter how busy we are. Let's remind ourselves that we need time to walk from point A to point B. And the reason as to why we are doing this type of walking is to maintain our health. We need to remind ourselves that we need to go to the gym so that we maintain our standards of the body style, of the physique of the body style. So as we went, or as we go to 2026, we should remind ourselves that the mistake that some of us did of ignoring our health, we should not repeat it as we are entering into 2026. Mistake number 4, being around negative people. I want to tell you that negative people, this is one of the biggest thing that even makes such a number of us not achieve our objective. When we get next to the negative people, they are likely to intoxicate our mind with negative behavior, meaning that we are not able to see anything that is positive towards us. Everything we might look it as a negative point of view. We are not even likely to be opportunistic. We are likely to be pessimistic, meaning that we don't focus. So in 2026, don't make a mistake of being around negative people. So always try to surround yourself with positive people, people who have an aspiration of what you want, people whom you share the similar idea, the similar ideology. Leave alone, even if it means breaking that kind of friendship, let it break, as long as you surround yourself with people who have the correct behavior of that you are also having. Mistake number 5, not learning or growing. Now let me tell you, 2026 is a year of learning. Don't stop to learn. At least learn a skill. Maybe 2025 you didn't learn a skill. Make it an habit of learning a skill in 2026. Even if it's hairdressing, if you're a lady, even if you are making the nails, it's acceptable. Okay? Even if it is any computer skills that you know, at least learn a skill. Maybe you have another job aside, so this job, when you have it, that's your profession. The skill, when you add it with your skills that you've already learned, you can learn these skills maybe where you are coming from, maybe to the social media, or next to a place. There's someone who may be running a driving school. There's a lady, a woman who may be offering services for hair stylish. Please join some of those skills so that you acquire some of this knowledge. I'm telling you, some of these skills can build you. Then mistake number 6 is poor money management. If 2025 you had an habit of not using your money properly, I'm telling you, 2026, try seeing where your money is going. Don't just spend money of the sake of spending, because people say money is made and money is spent. No, let us avoid such an attitude where people say that you make money, you spend. You should always trace where your money is going. So an idea of having poor money management comes from you are just ignoring your finances. Take money seriously and see where your money is going. And with this, I'm telling you, are going to see that things will start to improve. Then mistake number 7 is comparing yourself to others. Let me tell you, in this world, everyone has a circle. Everyone has a way in which they were designed to be. Now, so you should always not compare yourself with others. Reason, people have different priorities. Your friend might be having a priority of buying a car in 2026, yet that car is not your priority. Your priority is to educate your children. So that to mean that you should not compare yourself to others. What you need to remind yourself is that I am different the way I was yesterday. That is what should keep you going. If you see yourself stuck as you were yesterday, then means that you are not moving. So as you get to 2026, know that don't compare yourself with others, because everyone has its line. Then mistake number 8, avoiding responsibility. Responsibility is one of the things that, as long as you are an adult, you should always be responsible on some of the actions. You should always be responsible for paying rent. You should always be responsible to educate your children. You should always be responsible to provide basic needs for the family. The moment you ignore some of this responsibility and you start blaming others for the cause of you not doing what you're supposed to do, then you remember that that's a mistake, and you should always take care of that. Mistake number 9 is not planning for the future. We should always plan for our future. It always starts now. We live only today. Don't say that you live only today. Your children has a future that they want to inherit from you. So what do I mean by that? It means that you should always be someone who is ready to see what is coming in the next 10 years, in the next 15 years, in the next 20 years. Plan for your future and don't live for today. Then finally, mistake number 10 is giving up too soon. Now, giving up is not an option. We need to try. As you keep failing, we try. As you keep failing, to try. People who ignore, or people are afraid to try, they can never be successful. So even if that business that you're always admiring to start in 2026, please start that particular business. Even if you fail, at least you shall learn something from it, and you shall see on how you shall approach it next time. As long as you are living, don't ever give up too soon. Once you start a project, most of this project is not an assurance that they shall work on the first time, but when you keep on trying it, eventually they will always work and they will always be successful. So as I conclude, I'm saying that 2026 is almost here. Avoid some of these mistakes and you'll start the year in a strong and a positive way. So take action today, stay positive and keep on improving. If you found this helpful, please like, share and subscribe for more tips to make 2026 the best year for you. Thank you and have a nice time. Bye. See you in 2026.